This has been one of the most disappointing nights, one of the hardest defeats of your career, would you agree? Yeah, it's been very difficult for us. We thought the team were strong going into the game. In the first half, the team were organised, and then after the 2 goals we conceded from the free kicks, the team struggled mentally, physically, the level dropped. It was difficult. It was tough, like finishing the game in that way. Normally this team, you know, raise their game toward the end of games, but it wasn't like that. It was disappointing. It was poor. We have to be critical of ourselves here, you know, and do everything we can next week to recover. The next game's coming up, and what's the feeling you have after the result this evening, and what do you think the chances are of recovering? You know, the possibilities are quite low, but we have to try 100%. We have to do all we can. It's an opportunity to show a response to a poor game. Do you feel responsible for what happened this evening? Yep. The team really struggled in the second half. How do you explain that? We weren't able to show a response together. We tried to do it with individual actions, but you know, we've been penalised and we lost a bit of our control. The opposition played better with the ball. It's a disappointing result. How do you give ambition and hunger to the players for come back in the Champions League now? It's difficult to say. No, 2 evaluations we can have. You know, when it was 0-0, I was satisfied, but then the reaction was very poor. It's something that we've had all season. We tried to keep a compact shape, and that gave us some good moments, but we also had some poor moments today. After this defeat and the warnings that have come up during the season, do you think the best lineup you can have is with 4 up front instead of 3? We've had different, you know, lineups in the past few seasons. We have a really good generation here. We have good players. I think the players that I picked have to play. Sometimes. There have been good things this season, poor things this season. Is this a good Real Madrid team? What do they have to do to improve? I think, you know, there's a lot of quality. They have a good mentality, but today Arsenal did a few things better than we did. We have to be honest in, you know, criticism and our evaluation of ourselves. You know, we went bad for large stretches of the game, but we've not just been really poor. It was a poor result, but it's a tough result. But those 2 goals from set pieces hurt us. There were things we did well in the first half, and now we have the opportunity to, you know, raise our level, and then it just dropped down in the second half. And physically, Arsenal had a great level.
The game, we're already talking about how 90 minutes of the Bernabeu is a long time. So there's talk about a comeback already. But logically speaking, this Arsenal team is so organized. What can you do differently to get the team more chances, to get them into the box? What can be done
If you
differently?
look at the game tonight, there is no possibility, but football is changed. I never expected, no one expected that Rice scored 2 goals on set pieces, and he scored 2 goals on set pieces tonight. So football, everything can happen. We have to believe, we need to have trust, because sometimes, a lot of time in Bernabeu happened